pass, it may be 2 years plus before the dog is ready to go.
Wow. And so what kind of costs are involved? You've got, and how many dogs do you have in training at one time at your facility, and what are the costs involved in getting those dogs to that point? It sounds like it would be kind of incredible.
Well, currently we have 80 dogs in training at any given time.
Wow.
We're pairing 50 of those a year, and it's not nearly enough. We still have very, very long waiting lists. And so it is a very expensive endeavor. It costs us about $25,000 per dog to take it from start to finish, and we turn around and we donate every single one of those dogs to qualified individuals. There is a long application process and references and confirmation of disability from their physicians and so on and so forth, so that we know that that person is going to be physically, financially, and cognitively capable of caring for the dog and making a good team. Not every disability is right for a service dog. Not every situation is right for a service dog. So we determine that first and foremost to make sure the dog also is going to be well cared for. But every one of those dogs are donated, and that requires a lot of work on the backside that people don't think about, because it's not just about training and preparing these dogs. It's not just about knowing your recipient, working with the recipients and the issues that they have, because many of them have been self-isolated for years. This is the first time they have come out of isolation for any kind of help. And so we also have to work at reintegrating them back into public. That is part of our job as well. And to make all of this work, we have to have sponsorships of the dogs. We have corporate sponsorships. We have individuals. We do fundraisers. We do direct mail. Anything we can do to get donations, because amazingly enough, there is no government support for what we do, even though our dogs literally are saving lives and changing lives every day.
So you're talking, and I'm thinking of 27,000 questions. So one of the things that you said that I absolutely love is that the people that want these dogs also have to be vetted and go through a process to get the dog. And I like that you make sure that they are mentally and financially capable of caring for the dog, because I get requests from people quite commonly, and I think a lot of these are, self-proclaimed service dogs, not dogs that have gone through a program such as yours, where the people, they do have disabilities, and they do have a dog that is performing some service for them. At what level, I never know. But then they are not financially capable of providing high-quality food. They're not financially capable of providing veterinary care, and I think that would be an unfair situation to place the dog in, because if the dog cannot be properly cared for, then the dog cannot care for the individual.
That's correct. They can't care for the individual. They cannot work if they're not healthy, and it puts more anxiety on the individual themselves, because everyone with disabilities typically has some level of anxiety, and the last thing you want to do is raise those anxiety levels any further. And so it is important that all the components come together, that everything is in the right place. We even have all kinds of contingency policies where ultimately we continue to own the dog, even though we don't interfere other than quarterly follow-up to make sure that they have medical insurance on the dog. It is one of our requirements that they maintain, that the dog is healthy, it's not becoming obese, which is a huge issue. Yeah. That we monitor these dogs. We are eyes on at least once a year. We are in dialogue with them quarterly, and more often if they need it. And if something ever happens to where the recipient's condition further degrades, that they can no longer care for the dog, or we've even had some of our recipients pass away before the dog, we take the dog back. And if he's young enough to still pair with someone else, we'll transition that bond with the skills that he knows. We've done that very successfully. Or if it's an older dog and it was already in a family where it's accustomed to other people and so forth, then we'll just retire the dog. But either way, we always, if we brought this dog into the world or if we rescued this dog from a shelter, we have taken responsibility for that dog for his life, or his entire lifetime.
that was one of the questions that I was going to ask. So thank you for answering that. And I think that's incredible because too often, the dogs are kind of lost in the system. And, the fact of the obesity, I'm so glad you brought that up because I had a client who was blind, got a seeing eye dog, and the dog in 3 years went from 65 pounds to 130 pounds. And the dog could not work because he could not fit in his harness and he could barely move. He was just so obese and he was painful and uncomfortable. Yeah. And it was a tragedy. And, and we ended up solving the problem. I brought the dog home with me. It was a big black lab. I brought the dog home with me because I made the mistake of saying to the owner, if that dog lived at my house, he wouldn't weigh that. And he said, "Oh, Doc, would you take him home? Would you fix it for me?" And of course, he thought I was going to, fix this problem in like 3 weeks. And so I kept the dog for 3 months, got him down to 100 pounds, and then sent him back with the owner and made him come in for a weigh-in every single week to make sure that the dog was continuing on the path that he needed to be on. Because, the owner could not use the dog. The seeing eye was, kind of like your group. They said, "Hey, we're taking this dog back if you can't get the weight off because it is not fair to the dog." So I think it's incredible that you do keep tabs on the dog. I think it's very important that somebody with knowledge is overseeing things. And I have a lot more questions about the applicants themselves as well, but we're at the point where we need to take a break to hear from our sponsors. So stay tuned. Carol and I will be right back in just a couple of minutes, and I've got a lot more questions, and I think she has a lot more information she can share that might help us even with our pets at home. So stay tuned.
Interested in learning more? Visit Dr. Morgan's website at www.drjudymorgan.com, where you'll find detailed information about her blogs, a schedule of her upcoming speaking engagements, free information about integrative and holistic medicine, as well as an interactive forum where anyone can ask Dr. Morgan a question completely for free. Visit her website today to join the mailing list, where you'll find exclusive information and promotions only available to those select subscribers. Dr. Morgan is an accomplished author, having published several books about veterinary medicine and home cooking for your pets. You can find From Needles to Natural, detailing her journey from practicing traditional medicine to understanding the healing power of holistic practices today on Amazon Prime, as well as What's for Dinner Dexter and Canine Kitchen Capers, which are 2 great recipe books that you'll find both delicious and entertaining. Interested in learning more? Visit Dr. Morgan's website at www.drjudymorgan.com, where you'll find detailed information about her blogs, a schedule of her upcoming speaking engagements, free information about integrative and holistic medicine, as well as an interactive forum where anyone can ask Dr. Morgan a question completely for free. Visit her website today to join the mailing list, where you'll find exclusive information and promotions only available to those select subscribers. Dr. Morgan is an accomplished author, having published several books about veterinary medicine and home cooking for your pets. You can find From Needles to Natural, detailing her journey from practicing traditional medicine to understanding the healing power of holistic practices today on Amazon Prime, as well as What's for Dinner Dexter and Canine Kitchen Capers, which are 2 great recipe books that you'll find both delicious and entertaining. When it comes to our pets' health, you can never be too careful. We invest significant time in ensuring that they have long and happy lives, but it's important to invest the same dedication into our own longevity. The key active ingredient in Dr. Morgan's wellness formula, pure New Zealand deer antler velvet, is now available as a standalone human-grade product. Life Deer Antler Velvet is a whole food supplement rich in calcium and collagen to support healthy joints and strong bones. Our products prioritize purity, ethical harvesting, and quality sourcing above all else. Visit lifepurerecovery.com to learn more and order your first bottle today.
Tune into world-renowned author, speaker, and holistic veterinarian Dr. Judy Morgan, and now radio host of Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network every Monday and Tuesday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Not sure which vaccinations should be given or how often? Not sure which food is best for your individual pet? Find out the answers to your questions in this weekly show where Dr. Judy interviews top experts and showcases the latest products that will help your pets stay naturally healthy.
Does your dog have bad breath? Tired of spending money on expensive dental procedures? Try out Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops today and save money while maintaining your pet's oral health. With New Zealand deer antler velvet as the primary ingredient, Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops are effective for treating stomatitis, gingivitis, and ulcers. You can purchase Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops directly from Amazon Prime or from her website, www.drjudymorgan.com. Dr. Morgan's Wellness Formula for dogs and cats provides multiple health benefits in one product. Made with all natural ingredients sourced from New Zealand, this supplement can be used routinely to maintain overall physical and mental well-being. This product is particularly beneficial for the maintenance of joint health, nerve and brain function, skin and coat health, immune function, gut health, and liver health. Find Dr. Morgan's Wellness Supplement today on Amazon Prime or at her website, drjudymorgan.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on DreamVision7Radio.com. My guest today, Carol Borden, has been doing amazing work with her group, Guardian Angels Medical Service Dogs, Inc. And the work that she is doing is amazing, and that's why she has won so many national awards for her work with the dogs, her work with people, and, you know, it's all about love and compassion and being passionate about the work that we do. And I think that Carol is one of the most passionate people I have met for the work that she does. And this is what we need, people who have found their purpose in life, understand it to the core, and will not let anything stop them. So, Carol, I have questions about the applicants who are getting these dogs. You mentioned that a lot of them are, service men or women who have, served for our country, come back with PTSD or, physical challenges. How many applicants do you average per year for these dogs?
Oh, well, I'd have to do the math, but I can tell you we get up to 40 inquiries a day. We have a department. Yeah, we have a department that is called our inquiry department, and they field all of the phone calls, emails, so on and so forth. It doesn't mean all of those people qualify. Some people are just looking for emotional support dogs, and some people just aren't going to qualify for various reasons. So we do whittle down that list. We do send out applications to all that are qualified. I would say close to 90% of the dogs we pair are with veterans. They have combat injuries. These are all permanent disabilities. We don't do things that are curable. And then we also help first responders and civilians. And in our country alone, we have close to 57 million people that have disabilities. And so it's just impossible to turn out the number of dogs necessary. All of the service dog organizations put together throughout the country, we only turn out 2,000 to 3,000 dogs a year.
Yeah. Wow. The huge shortage. But I think part of the problem is it takes such a commitment, so much training. So how many people do you have on staff, and how many of those are trainers working with dogs on a daily basis?
I have 36 people on staff, and 10 of those are trainers. Some are traveling trainers. The others are at our headquarters. And that number will continue to increase. We're planning to build a couple of new campuses where we can increase the number of dogs that we are able to pair each year because the demand is enormous. So it is very expensive, and while not everyone is a trainer, remember you have to have people that are taking care of the fundraising events and the sponsors and taking care of your donors. You have to have people. We have a psychiatrist and a social worker that actually are involved with taking care of the recipients themselves and talking them through the process and teaching them and doing their orientations prior to them ever coming to meet their dog. and then once the dog is ready and once the recipient is ready, we fly them in from wherever they are in the country, and they come and they spend 2 weeks at our campus learning to work with their dog and bond with their dog. So there are a lot of moving parts to our